You can get it to do it. Edna and Tankerton mumbled something to each other, and then Edna took me aside.
Carlo, do you remember all that stuff about Undone and the flies and the other you?
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, you know it's all true, and you're now a part of it. Look, this plan of theirs, the faceless bureaucrats, it's related to a situation me and Tankerton are involved in, with my father. He's a prince. Now, just listen as I'm going to explain it all.
And so she did. These are the basic highlights.
A city like London, but accessible through imaginary gaps to break down the barriers. Me and Ida, princesses with the power to cross the toasted cheese sandwich.
I don't know how relevant that last bit was. Oh, yes, Tankerton asked what she wanted for lunch. Anyway, back to the basics.
5 gemnuts, and we think one is somehow powering this... What will we call it, Tanks?
It doesn't matter what we call it, we just have to stop it.
I like names. The Super Gap. And it's there on all the worlds, except here, because me and Mum and the head of the National Indecisiveness Society or Association...
Or Federation.
...stopped it. But if they're trying to restart it now...
Undone is the key to it all, Carl. We have to stop it there before all the realities become so cross-infected that there's no difference between them.
Right, I get it.
I didn't really get it, but by saying that, at least I thought I would stop them talking and I could get back to work.
So you'll do it then? You're coming with us?
No, I'm staying here.
Haven't you been listening to anything she's been saying?
I haven't really.
Yes, I totally grasp it all, but I have a magazine to produce.
It's nearly done.
The cover isn't.
That's not the biggest thing. You can do it tonight when you get back.
Come on, Carlo.
Oh, Edna, I would, but I have a date tonight.
Just then the computer pinged. It was a message from Daphne confirming our date. Well, confirming it was off. My last excuse had excused itself. Whatever they wanted me to do for them, I now have no reason to turn them down. But I'm no pushover. If you want me over, you have to ask politely. I don't like pushers.
Please, Carlo.
All right, then. What am I letting myself in for?
She just explained. You were paying attention.
Oh, yes. I know entirely what I'm letting myself in for.
I had no idea whatsoever. Suffice it to say that we were off to imagine ourselves into a weirder London than the one I spend most of my waking life in, and this is weird enough. All we had to do was pass through a place where imagination had realised itself here.
It's a comic book shop. It's called Gosh, and we just have to go inside and say, Gosh.
And then we were in Undone, apparently. I didn't believe her at first, but the more I looked around, the more odd everything seemed. On one side of the street, a Mobius strip club, where exotic dancers perform twisting routines that seem to go on forever. On this side, the queue experience, and it tracks all about the history of queuing, and by the number of people waiting to go in, very popular. And other things, like an Arabian restaurant selling itself on the fact that while the food is just okay, their carpets are magic.
You have the same expression I had the first time I came here.
Do I?
Well, I assume you do. I don't suppose I could see my face. I'll shut up.
And the skyline was slightly different. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure in London we don't have a building shaped like a bell handle with a golden top, or an orangey one that looks like a fish finger. Well, I dare say I'm no expert. I did once work on Imac, the magazine for skyscraper fans, but that was a while ago. Haven't been up one for years.
So what's the